So let's go ahead.
Canadian authorities are investigating a prolonged data safety breach following the detection of the malicious cyber activity
Cyber.
cyber activity affecting the internal network used by global of this Canada staff, according to the internal department emails viewed by CBC News.
So, yeah, they found that there's a malicious cyber activity, meaning someone was trying to use uh, online stuff in a bad way, right? Malicious meaning bad. And it was affecting Global Affairs Canada. Um, Global Affairs Canada. This would be we're talking about like government, right? So this is talking about everything related to the government, right? Humanitarian. But when it says Global Affairs Canada, they're generally talking about uh, not local stuff, right? It's focusing on dealing with other countries, etc. Okay.
The bridge of kits at least two internal drivers as well as emails, clients, and card case of many staff members.
So the breach just means the information they were able to take from this was two internal drives. That's your storage unit on your computer. So they're talking about like uh, tons of information. They got basically all their emails, all their like calendars of what they're supposed to do in like the next year or however many years they planned. And they have like the contacts of the staff members, like where do they live, um, how do you find them, etc. So like phone numbers, that could be very bad for sure.
CBC News spoke the multiple so records with the knowledge of the solution, including the employers who have the reserved instances on how the bridge affects their ability to work. Some were told to stop work remotely, 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 remotely,
Remotely. Remotely. Remember, this is always Lee, not lie. Lee.
remotely as of last Wednesday.
Good. Also, remember, whenever you see a KN, you don't pronounce the K. It's just knowledge. Knowledge. No K. Okay.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Same
yeah,
with
yes.
same with like knife. It's KNIF.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
KN. No K.
Send the right, knife, knife.
Yeah.
Right.
Knife. Yep. Knife. No. Um.
No
What is
K, no.
the other? Yeah.
Or the
Those ones are the
writing,
big
when
ones.
writing, you don't sound the WIC. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
for
W.
certain ones. Not always, but sometimes. But remember, it's definitely with the K, nothing.
Mm.
Anyway, um, yeah, since this happened, they've said that, like, since we've lost this information, right? Like, someone took it from us. Um, we need to figure out how we can like protect ourselves. So, number one, let's tell our workers how this information being stolen could affect their work. Like, oh, they took this information. Be careful at this time period because maybe blah 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 will happen, and no more remote work because if this could be like your husband or wife or a friend of yours that came to your house, took your information from your house, and we can't stop that. So if we make sure you stay in the office, we can make sure that everything is safer. Yeah.
CBC News has also seen through the internal emails sent to Global up staff.
Affairs. Um, so yeah, CBC was able to get this email so that they know exactly what was told to these staff members. Like, oh, do this, do this, do this. Like, they know what these people are going to do. Um, this is an old story, but Cameron Ortez was an old intelligence officer, and he was selling data to other countries. So he's getting arrested now. Also, um, this there's a thief of Vancouver sensitive data for rape crisis centers. These are centers for women who get raped, of course. So if those data gets left out, like people could be able to find that. That could be very dangerous. And of course, there's a lot of people watching out. Like if there's a hack to global affairs, could there be a hack to the military? Who knows? So now we're very worried about all this hacking stuff.
Okay. For NUSCA work has also the progress to help us understand the scope of the data breach. One email said the work is ongoing, but early results suggest that many global offers Canada as may have the advocated.
Users meaning people, right? So yeah, forensic work means like figuring out what happened, right? Like, oh, how did they hack us? Who hacked us? Like, is this a local person? Is this a foreign person? Is this a worker who did this? Like, who did this? So that's forensic work, figuring out who or how this happened. And they're suggesting that many people who work here, the users, right, may be affected. So be very careful. Maybe change some information that you might need to, right? Like maybe change your phone number, maybe change your, what's it called? Your email, maybe change your contact information, whatever. You might want to just change some things so that there's no problems with you, right?
Another email said internal systems were the vulnerable between the December 2023 and January 2024 informed anyone who connected remotely using a SANET
Yes.
SANET.
Well, remember, whenever you see capitals, just say the letters. So SIGNET. Yeah.
SITAT. Yes, select. Okay, say secure internet global network laptop that their information may be the vulnerable.
So this is a very common thing around the world when you're doing something like important for the government or doing something important related to the government or related to money. So, for example, if you're going to pay taxes, you might need to pay taxes, and that might you might need a secure thing, or someone could take your money, right? So you join this thing. Normally, it goes through like three parties. So it'll go through your computer, it'll go through like your banking system, and it will go through the government system. So there'll be three security things for protecting your money so that you don't just lose all your money or anything like that. So that's what people use when they are trying to do that. However, what they're saying is during basically Christmas to now, there was a problem in that system, and you should be very worried about you might lose money or lose whatever. So be careful. Be careful.
The Meister system was the vital pivot network VPN staff user the as ecosys
Access.
access access global upgrades Ottawa hit quarters. The VPN system was the managed by the Red Service Canada, the GAC notice.
So the reason why there was a problem was because when you're using SIGNET, it's again normally these three things, right? You to your bank to the government, and then the government to your bank to your thing. And your bank has huge security. They pay tons of money to have security. So this is a great system to kind of keep you safe. The problem that happened was instead of going me, bank, global affairs, it was also shared with different Canadian services. So now there's like 5 or 6 groups that have my information. And now that could easily cause more problems. Doesn't necessarily mean it would happen, because maybe these other Canadian services won't take my money or won't do anything bad, but it's still something to be scared of because you just never know. Yeah.
SAD SIPS Canada is the federal department created in 2011 to take over the delivery of the email data centers and network ships for many government departments and yeah,
Agencies. Uh,
agencies.
so agencies would be the buildings and groups rather than agent being one, right? Maybe it's a T for agents. So yeah, obviously, this is a fairly new department in the government, mainly because the internet's not that old, right? So the real internet's basically 1995, like the good internet, or like not good internet, but like kind of a normal internet was like 1995. So the government didn't really worry about emails or data centers or network services for the government until 2011, when the internet started becoming super, super popular. And then they're like, oh, okay, we need to do more for this. And so, yeah, now they made a new one for the last 13 years to make sure they have all this data. But again, the issue with this is just creating more people who know your information, and that makes it easier for any one of those people to tell someone else, and then tell someone else, and tell someone else, and then your information is everywhere, and that could be very bad. because they might hack into your banking, get your money, or they might be able to do other nefarious things. Yeah, they're just confirming that the thing happened.
In a statement issued Thursday, Aface Canada said an unplanned IT outage is obfuscating remote access to its network. The department said the partial outage was activated in intentional on January 24 to address the discovery of the Malay source. Cycle,
Cyber.
cyber activity, cyber.
Yeah, remember you're saying psycho, but there's no k after it. Like there's no k here, right? It's cyber, right?
Cyber. Okay. Yeah.
So again, they figured this out around January 24th and said, like, we discovered that there's kind of a bad thing going on. So we're canceling our remote work. You have to come to the office. Because again, it's very easy to protect a closed system than an open system to the different internet and stuff. So that's what they're talking about. They have a closed system at the office to protect everyone. So January 24th, they switched to that.
Early results
Mhm.
indicate there has been a data breach and that there has been un, unauthorized access to the personal information of the at-risk, including the employers. The statement said, adding that the department is
Investigating.
investigating the matter and conducting talks after to ensure their information is secure.
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 So yeah, there was this problem, of course. That's what they're telling people, and they're trying to make sure that, hey, we found out that they weren't necessarily going for just banking information, but they're trying to get all information. And this is extra scary for government workers because let's say I discover who has the information about the military or who has the information about uh, the prime minister or the government or blah blah blah. I can then go to that person and try to take them and like get that information, and that could make things even more worse, right? So that's what they're talking about here. They're trying to tell everyone, hey, we fixed this problem, but or we're working on this problem, but people that we know that your information might have been stolen, we're going to try to help you to figure out how to protect your information again. Again, the most common way to do this is changing your email, changing your phone, changing everything that is possible for you. Yeah.
The statement also said connectivity in TAC building is the fully
Functional.
functional. Functional and
You keep going like with It should be functional. Right?
function, functional and that employers working remotely in Canada have been provided with work rounds.
Yeah. Workarounds. So yeah, this GAC buildings are fully functional, meaning again they're closed systems. So it's not like from the outside I can get in. I have to be inside to access the information and stuff. So that would be one thing that would really fix the situation because then we don't have to worry about remote work. However, if you are a remote worker and like you can't come to the office, like maybe you're disabled or you're in an area at the moment where you can't do that, um, they have figured out some workarounds where, like maybe they go to a VPN, which then goes to another VPN, which then goes to the system. I don't know, but that's what they're kind of talking about is that they have a program that's helping them get to the system without connecting to the wider internet. Yeah.
The department, the critical shifts and external communication channel remain accessible and op- op- operational.
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 So yeah, the government's just making sure that like everyday Canadians understand that this is a problem, of course, but don't worry. If you need specific help from these groups of people, the basic stuff is still working 100%, right? So you're trapped abroad or something bad happens to you abroad in a different country. Don't worry, we can help you with that. Um, we might not be able to help you with like the very stuff that like is not so important, like oh, you're in another country and you need visa work right now. We can't really help you with that, but we can help you with if there's any bad things happening. Yeah. Also, no word yet on scope of data breach, meaning they don't know how bad it is. They know it happened, but they don't know how much data the person was able to take.
According to the global average, Senate is the department structure a computer network. One part of the network holds personal information on the salaried drivers, including employees' personal information. Another part holds classified information.
So, yeah, again, normally this system, right, is supposed to be secure and supposed to not have any problems um, because it does hold all this important information, right? It holds your drives, meaning all the information on your computer is stored in your hard drive. Um, and so with this, if you have control over the security system, you can take all the information off of any computer that's connected to it. So if I connect to this system, you could take everything on my computer, all my Word documents, all my pictures, all my whatever. You can take all of it. It's going to also have like your personal information. So like your first name, last name. It might have your what's it called? Your bank information. It might have your like passport information, your driver's license, your medical, everything. It might have every bit of information about you, which again could be very bad because if I, what do we call it? SIM card. Um, there's a SIM card in Canada that you use to kind of prove that you're me. And if you have that information, you can open bank accounts. You can take money out of bank accounts. You can do a lot of things if you have a SIM card. So if you can get that information from someone, you essentially can take everything away from a person, their house, blah, 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 which could be very, very scary for a lot of people. So that's kind of scary.
It's not clear way secret information was lost in breach, which lasted longer than a month. It is also not clear who was behind that breach.
So again, since it was longer than a month, right? December 20th to January 24th. Yeah, how much information did they get? We don't know yet because it's only been what 7 days since the 24th. So yeah, they're like, who knows what could have been lost, and we don't even know who did it yet. We're still trying to figure out who caused this problem. So yeah, not good. And especially with these kind of online things, people can hide where stuff comes from pretty easily. So it might take a month or two to find out everything.
Email traffic and flights on the personal and third drivers may have been the compare Mr. GAC mail to the staff said GAC also said it's looking into the water stiff corporate information such as the credit card and banking data may have been the breach.
Yes. And again, that's the biggest one, right? That people are very scared about. What if you get my credit cards? What if you get my banking information? Uh, I could lose thousands of dollars. And we're talking about thousands of employees. So even though it might only be like $1,000 for me or $100 for me, maybe I'm poor or whatever. But if you get it from like 100,000 people and you take $100, there's $100,000, right? So that could be very scary. I think we switch now.